Greetings and good day. This is Donnie with Tech Winter, and thank you so much for joining me. Well, guys, just this evening, I received an email from Ring notifying me about some critical updates that are happening to the Ring Protect Gen 1 plans that really have an impact on the long-term warranties of our hardware. So if you're in the same boat as me, you're going to want to stay tuned. So without any further ado, let's dive in and let's take a look. So a lot of you guys are in the same boat as me. You've been Ring customers for a very long time. I've got the stickers to prove it right here. And this notification that came out today is definitely a change from what we've experienced in the past. I mean, just as recently, guys, like a month ago, I dealt with replacing my Ring Spotlight Cam battery device, which had failed. I contacted Ring support. The device was 2 years old. They stood by the product. They sent me a brand new one to replace the existing one. No questions asked. I sent the broken one back. Everybody had a nice day, especially me. And guys, I've heard from you in the comments some of your stories about Ring support and how they have stood by their products. They have come through for you. And guys, I'm a little bit concerned about the direction in which they're going based on what I've read here. So it's worth doing a brief history on the Ring Protect plans because previous to September of 2021, it was really just Ring Protect Plus, and that's what we all had. What is today called Ring Protect Plus Gen 1. They've now branched that off into also Ring Protect Pro, which also includes the ability to record locally via Ring Edge. It also allows for some data backup that you can use with its built-in Eero base station. If your internet connection ever goes down, it automatically fails over to that cellular backup and you can actually use it to browse in your house and just use the internet, which is super cool. But for us who were grandfathered into that Gen 1 Ring Protect Plus plan, we are still only paying $10 a month or $100 a year. For everyone who is under the new Ring Protect Pro plan, you're paying $20 a month or $200 a year. Now, Ring has committed to allowing all of us who are still on that Gen 1 plan to be grandfathered in until the year 2025. In 2025, when we all reach our renewals, I am fully expecting for my cost to go up 100% from $100 a year to $200 a year. And guys, the reality is, and we've talked about this before, that's still a good deal when you compare it to other things like Simply Safe and just some of the other options that are out there. I'm still getting 24/7 monitoring, even with my older hardware. I can put as many cameras as I want in my fleet. As it stands in this recording, that is 6 cameras that I have in my fleet. But this notification that came down today is really, at this point, asking me a lot of questions about what the future of support looks like if and when you do run into issues with your existing hardware and how you're going to reach out to Ring and how they're going to be able to provide support to you. So let's take a look at this email. It's headlined Ring Protect and it says, "Dear Donnie, thanks for being a Ring Protect subscriber! Exclamation mark. We're letting you know that we recently updated the terms of the extended warranty for your Protect Plus first gen plan. In the US, yes, that's the United States, and that's where I live, device coverage will now be provided via a service contract administered by SquareTrade, an Allstate company. Coverage applies to Ring devices covered by an active Protect Plus first gen plan if the Ring device was under the 1-year manufacturer's warranty period at the time you added the device to your Protect Plus first gen plan. While this is new, the process on your end for obtaining service remains the same. The SquareTrade Allstate terms are included below, and we highly recommend that you review them fully to understand your coverage. We recommend you retain this email for your records or print out a hard copy. Print it out. Oh my gosh, I'm reminded of that Progressive commercial.
That there is Progressive's Home Quote Explorer website where I compared home insurance rates.
We don't need to print the internet.
Yeah, it's a generational thing. You can also find a copy of the Ring terms by clicking here and selecting the Ring link. Thanks, the Ring Protect team. So guys, some questions here. I mean, right here off the bat, it's talking about the first gen plan covering anything that's under the 1-year manufacturer's warranty. I mean, just in my use case here, most recently, that device was actually a complete 2 years old. They still stood by it and replaced it for me, no questions asked. Is that going away? They don't really answer that question for you here. I did go ahead and drill down and read the details in the fine print from SquareTrade, so let's take a look at that as well. As far as what's covered, it says this agreement will cover a mechanical or electrical failure of the product during normal usage for the term of the protection plan if the product is not covered under any other warranty, insurance policy, or service contract. This protection plan does not cover repair or replacement of a product for any of the causes or provide coverage for any of the losses set forth in the section entitled What is Not Covered, which is below. So pretty standard language as far as that's concerned, but let's take a little closer look at a couple of the points that are highlighted in what's not covered. Section A, theft, loss, reckless, intentional, or abusive conduct associated with handling the use of the product, cosmetic damage, or other damage that does not affect the functionality or damage caused during shipment between you and our service providers. So theft, this is one of the things that Ring has always stood by. If one of your devices is actually stolen, if you go get a police report, they will actually honor the fact that you own that product. It's under your Protect plan, and they will send you a replacement. The way that this language is structured, it looks like that's going away. Accidental damage, including but not limited to damage from drops, spills, liquid damage associated with handling and the use of your product. Liquid damage, these are cameras that are outside in the rain. Give us some more clarification around what that means. Liquid damage. They get rained on a lot. Items that have been improperly maintained, stored, or used outside the manufacturer's instructions. We've talked about how winterizing the cameras sometimes means that they want you actually to bring them in so they can get charged depending on what the extreme conditions might be, whether it's too cold or too hot. The batteries don't charge themselves. Are they saying if something happens and this camera's damaged while it's 20 degrees below zero, they're not going to stand by it? I need more clarification, Ring. And I'll leave some of this other fine print on the screen just for you to read through if you'd like. Again, that link is also in the description if you want to go read those details for yourself. But guys, at this point in time, I have more questions than I have answers. What does this mean for us moving forward? Another thing I want to highlight is just item number 3 here. It says what to do if a covered product requires service. It says call us toll free at, this is their number, 24 hours a day, 365 days a year. We will attempt to troubleshoot the problem you're experiencing. If we cannot resolve the problem, we will arrange for replacement of your item according to Section 4. It is worth taking a look at Section 4. It says if a replacement is approved, we'll replace your item. The replacement item may, at our sole discretion, be a future version or edition of your covered product, but in all cases, we will be the same grade and quality, which is good. This part's interesting. In order to receive a replacement item, you must provide credit card details. You will need to send your original item back within 30 days of receiving the replacement equipment using a prepaid shipping label that we will provide. If you do not return your original item, the price of the replacement equipment will be charged to your credit card. Guys, there's nothing inherently wrong with having a process like this, but the way that I interpret a lot of this is really a step back from the excellent Ring support that we've been seeing up to this point. Now, the way that I'm interpreting this today, and please, somebody at Ring, reach out to me if I'm interpreting this the wrong way. I will be willing to totally own the fact that I am interpreting this incorrectly, but this is impacting all of us people that are grandfathered in who have been longtime customers at least longer than September of 2021. I've been a customer since like 2017, y'all. And this is having an impact on my faith in you guys to continue to support your tools in the future to the level of excellence that you have up to this point. The other way that I can interpret this is you're trying to push me into going ahead and going to that Ring Protect Pro plan to be able to get the same level of service that I've always received, which again puts a bad taste in my mouth being a longtime customer. So Ring, please, if I'm interpreting this the wrong way, please reach out to me. I'd love to have a conversation with you guys. And guys, if we get an update, I'll be more than happy to relay that information to you. I still love Ring. I'm still very pleased as a customer, but if and when I do have some sort of a hardware situation in the future, I have some concerns now about their ability to be able to provide that excellent service to me that I've always experienced in the past. Thank you so much for joining me today. We talk about Ring on this channel quite a bit, so if you are somebody that would like to learn more about that and maybe see the value of learning more about Ring in your life, I'd ask you to consider liking and subscribing and hitting that bell notification so that you're always staying up to date with new content as it's uploaded. For now, guys, I'm Donnie with Tech Winner. Happy Ring customer. A little bit concerned about the direction we're going in right now, but you guys have a great day.